Hey guys, it's Jacqueline over here at Homeschool Hangout.xyz, and today we're covering a question I get asked kind of often, which is, what is the thing you're most excited to teach? Specifically looking forward to next year. If you're new here, I'm Jacqueline. I am a veteran homeschooler of like 17 years. Oh my gosh. And I make videos on how to homeschool to help you homeschool with peace and clarity. And if that's something you might be interested, do me a favor, thumbs up, like, subscribe, all the things, and let's get into it. So this question of what am I most excited to cover this next year is complicated in some ways and not a fair picture because this is my last year of homeschooling. Yes, you heard me correct. My fourth child is going to be a senior this year. And yeah, then we're done homeschooling. And so when I started thinking about it, also her classwork's basically done. And so when I started thinking about it, I thought, well, what have I loved to teach in the past? And so we're going to do a little review of things I've always loved to teach. Now, we all know I'm a giant math nerd. I understand not everybody is, but it means that I love cooking with the kids. I loved teaching them how to prepare lunch, how to measure, how to do things like that because it helped their math skills so much. And it meant I didn't have to cook as often, which I'll be honest, I am now at the point I have three adult children. Well, I have three adult children, two of which are living at home, and a high school senior. I don't cook most nights. I'm making cupcakes today for a birthday celebration, but I won't make dinner. Probably her brother will. And so doing cooking, it pays off dividends in the long run. It's a pain up front, but it pays off so well. But it also means, and I've said this recently in other videos, my 21-year-old does not know when she learned about what a fraction was. She just kind of feels like she's always understood it. Because I started right off with splitting up apples, splitting up. Now, granted, I'm very blessed. There's 4 kids. It makes really easy fractions. But I've always loved that. I love history, and we would look at different historical things that we wanted to approach as a family. But some of my favorite stuff with history is paralleling history with scientific or technology discoveries and scientists and inventors. So that's going back. That's some of my stuff. This year, though, especially as a senior, like I said, she's finished pretty much all her high school work. She's taking 2 college classes over the summer, 2 college classes in the fall, and we'll probably take 2 college classes in the spring. And so for me, a big thing that I like to really push on their senior year is a combination of personal management, like being productive, splitting your time, taking care of things like making your own doctor's appointments. I actually made her dentist appointment 2 days ago, only because they called me and it's like, oh, I've been meaning to do this for a while. And she may even end up doing some of mine personal assisting kind of stuff so she can see how to do it. When we go in to talk to the mechanics this year, I'll make more of a point of taking her, things like that. But that also ties into personal finance management. This is the year. I want to see your budget. She is just gotten her permit, so hopefully she'll be driving within 6 months. I need to see your budget of where your insurance is, where's your tuition for next year, or not tuition because she'll finish at City College, but your book allowance, your phone allowance, all that stuff, let's see it out. We've always done a certain amount of that. We have savings requirements while they live at home. We call it the, kick you out fund. But as she gets to be an adult, she's going to have more nuanced budget than she's had as a child. Also, we start doing more business stuff of like, if you work for yourself, this is what these taxes are. And we've always talked about it, but now there's going to be more putting it on paper. What is an apartment go for in Fresno? You need to call around and find out, and find one that is nice enough that you'd be willing to live there. And one, it makes really grateful kids when they turn 18 and they get to stay living at home. So that helps. And they realistically, if they do want to move out or waiting to get sprung, they have some sort of realistic picture of what that would cost them. So I like that, and I just like doing business and finance stuff with the kids anyways. So now that she is 17, how did that happen? Now that she's 17, that's basically what a big focus, and I don't know that I'll put it on her transcripts because it's just life. And in California, you don't have a lot of requirements as far as like how many hours and all that stuff. But it is a huge part of what we focus on their senior year. How are you getting places? Yes, we are the parents who will make them ride the bus. Yeah. In reality, if you can get a ride, that's great. You can pay your siblings to drive you if we happen to be going, or like today. This week it's like 105, 106. My daughter just started her first like traditional job. She was babysitting before today, and her sister drove her over because it's just too hot. But that said, even for like her physics lab, somebody will probably drive her to the lab and she'll ride the bus home. Why? One, she figures out how to navigate on her own. Locally and I think it's throughout California, but I know in Fresno, if you're a college student, you get free bus rides, so it's not costing her anything. It also motivates them to drive. I get asked that a lot. How do you motivate a kid to drive? I said, quit taking them places. And so all of that kind of nuance and time, and you don't have any money, so this is why you want to earn money so you can always afford car insurance or afford a car, because riding the bus is perfectly fine. But I'll be honest, in Fresno, it probably triples your time commitment to get someplace. And so it's been very motivating for my children of what do I need to do to not have to do that? And be that pay my siblings or get my license. So those are the things that I'm focusing on. What would you focus on with a senior in high school? Let me know, because one, I want to make sure I've covered everything she's going to need. And two, you know, maybe I can tell you how I already approached it. I would love to hear back from you guys. This is part of a collaboration, and it is being hosted by Schulte Sweeties, and there is a playlist down in the bottom. They always make great videos, everyone else who does these collaborations with me, but very different because they have different ages and different, you know, types of kids, different states, everything. So make sure you check out that playlist down in the bottom, and I will see you guys later. Bye!